main event.
I mean, I'm gonna have to be honest with you right now, bro. I should have picked the Broncos to beat you guys.
You did?
Yes, and
You were just picking just to pick, or like you could tell that they would win.
no, actually, I did it because I was playing on DraftKings, and then I see that it was plus 295. I said, "I'm gonna be. Let me just risk this. Let me just risk it." I didn't know that Broncos was gonna come up there. I'm not saying it was a better team than the Bills,
Right.
but I just picked them because of I picked some NBA games, and I just want to complete my shot. I was like, "Yo, let me go with
Wow,
the
you won,
Broncos."
right?
Yeah, that's the good thing about it. But deep down in me, like if I wasn't putting no money on it, right, I wouldn't pick the Broncos because look, like
Right.
after watching the Broncos, I mean, I know the last few seasons, I mean, last few games, they actually showed up a little bit.
They
Defense
showed
looking
up. They
good.
beat Kansas City last week too.
Yeah,
Remember? Don't
right. That's
forget
what I'm
that.
saying. So that's what gives me more motivation to say, okay, you know what? If they just play the little, because I guess Russ is gonna be Russ, so they're gonna have Russ Cook.
Let
I'm
cook.
not saying that he cooked, but because I feel that Bill's defense actually was on top of the game in this game. Now, you were there at the game. I don't know if I got a better video that you sent me here, but let me see how you have seats where like you could see the whole field,
I
man.
like that. I was in the end zone,
You gotta
but
pull it
I
off.
really don't. This is the first time I started in the end zone. Normally,
It's
I
still
never
a good
liked
seat for me
this.
because like I'm looking at like I want to sit down where I could see the whole field. You know what I mean? From that
I know,
angle, you
but
know what I mean?
I always like to sit behind the Bills bench because
Oh,
I'm
okay.
kind of in the middle, so I can see both sides. I mean, so a bunch of people bought those tickets, and they were like, "You want to go?" I'm like, "Sure." And I think it was like I only paid like 100 and something. I don't know how much they got them
Oh
for,
wow.
but I didn't even know they were right in the end zone. It was crazy. And what was crazy, in the group, a bunch of them were even Denver Broncos fans and Steelers fans. So, some of them are just, women just there to have fun, not really
Right.
to watch the game.
Got
Actually,
you.
because of them, I didn't even see the first play of the game when the Bills fumbled the opening kickoff. I didn't even see.
Uh-huh.
I was still walking down to my seat. I hear the scream. I look at this. I look at the. I could hear that I don't know. The Bills kicked it off, and no, the Denver kicked it off, and the Bills were receiving. By the time I get to the seat, the Denver has the ball. I'm like, what happened? Oh, the Bills had the ball and they just coughed it up right from the beginning.
Wow.
And then James Cook, he f- he loses the ball one time, and they bench him for the like 2 quarters.
Holy shit.
I know the coach has to make a point, but come on, your best option because he fumbled the first play, and you're gonna sit him down, and right there, their whole game plan was just messed up.
Damn. Take me through the game, bro. A lot of things that happened that when you were spoken. I don't know if you want me to take you back to week 8. You was telling me something like this.
Yo, man, I don't even know what to say. Like since 3 weeks ago, the Bills have been just like in the offense. They've been like in neutral, man.
Right.
They can get it together and play against division game against New England. And we know Bill Belichick. He's a great coach.
Right.
You can beat him once, twice, but eventually you're gonna figure that stuff out. And if you don't bring it,
Bill offense being a neutral. That's a key term. That's a key word. I mean, that you say that, and I like when I was watching the game, I was thinking about that. I'm like, so I'm watching the video. I'm like, he told me he said something like that in week 7. You know that what's going on with the offense?
dude,
Like there's so much.
if just casual fans can see since then, like the coaches, I'm sure they can see it, right? And is it just so hard for them to figure out what to do next or what? Eventually, one of them got fired today. It took so long to make that change. Like between since the Miami game, the offense has not clicked the way they did that day. And now I'm starting to think that game was just a fluke. They didn't do anything. They didn't do anything special that game. They just got
My
lucky.
bad.
They just got lucky. Miami was overhyped, and they just left flat. There's no way he can look that good one week, and then the next week he'll just bad. And Josh Allen. Listen, I'm tired of defending Josh Allen. Every time I come in this show or when I'm talking to people, I would say Josh Allen is an elite quarterback. You know what? He's not an elite quarterback. Josh
Damn,
Allen right
wait, wait,
now,
wait,
this
wait,
year,
wait, 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 wait.
this
Time
year
out, time
is
out,
not.
time out. Wait, wait.
Is far from
All
being
right,
elite
yo,
this year.
you one of the most Josh Allen lovers that I know. Like
I am.
like what he has done for the Buffalo Bills. You always talk about how grateful you are of Josh Allen and how talented he is.
Exactly.
And sometimes, like I do wanted to criticize him, but I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go there with this guy because I'm not gonna win. you know,
No, listen, I'm an honest fan. I'm not
right?
delusional, bro. If it's I see something is not going right, you can't hide.
True.
Josh Allen at times is elite, but for the most part is not. This year he's been elite in one game against the Dolphins. That's it. Any other game, he has just been average. He
Mm.
had 4 turnovers yesterday. Four. Come on. That's ridiculous. I know they fired the offensive coordinator, and because somebody
Yeah.
has to give.
Speaking of that, so I mean, I seen this today.
Yeah,
You mean so now they point out the quarterback coach, Joe Brady, who what type of man like do you think he could actually solve the issue or this is just an scapegoat to let us know like or not say of course the players are not gonna get fired,
right.
somebody's always gonna be is always gonna be the coaching and stuff like that. Do you actually think the play calling is what to blame with Josh Allen's turnovers?
No, no. I mean, yes and no. Yes, for the simple fact that if Ken Dorsey is not putting Josh Allen in situations where he's forced to throw in those tight windows, maybe he won't do it. But at the end of the day, Josh Allen, he is always given a couple options, depend on what he sees. They tell him if you see this, you do this. So at the end of the day, he still throws the ball and makes the final decision. So
Right,
you can't.
but you say that he doesn't give him enough option to throw the balls in the tight window. I thought that's a quarterback decision to throw the balls in the tight window.
No,
You
but
have one of the best wide receivers in the game,
I
which is
know, but
which is
I'm
this.
saying Josh Allen sometimes he thinks he can put the ball anywhere.
Right. So what does that have to do with the offensive coordinator?
Why the offense coordinator gives him two options, right?
Hmm.
You can do this or do that, depending on what you see. At the end of the day, Josh Allen gets the ball and he makes the decisions. Just because you are told you can throw over there, if
Right.
things change, of course you gotta change too. And
True.
I'm not a quarterback. He's a quarterback. He knows football way more than I do. So I don't know what he's seen, but whatever he's seen, every time he makes the decision, it's the wrong one.
Right.
Last week, him and this is a good example. Last week, which I think this was a bullshit call when they gave him a intentional grounding because Gabe Davis didn't run his route. That's ridiculous. First of all, I don't know if you remember if you remember the play. So Josh Allen threw it deep. Think he was thinking. I guess I don't know who was wrong or was right, but Gabe stopped running.
Also, it was miscommunication with him and
Miscommunication,
yeah.
but the officials figured because he was under duress and he was almost getting sacked, they say, well, there's nobody in the area. We're gonna give him intentional grounding, which which was a bullshit call. But you know what? That was history. And then fast forward to last night's game. Similar kind of play. This time, Gabe Davis, he went down all the way and just threw a short one. Miscommunication. The other one, he caught it and he fumbled the ball.
Right.